Just Cheesy the Podcast, presented by Just Cheesy Productions.
Hi there, I'm your host, Fondue. In this week's episode, we're going to be talking about hot dogs.
What?
And ketchup.
Huh?
And mustard.
Why?
We're going to be talking about pianos. And TVs.
What?
And of course, we are not going to tell a very cheesy joke.
Hold it. What?
Gotcha.
Oh.
Stay tuned for episode 72, April Fools, on Just Cheesy, the podcast. We're throwing caution to the wind this week and starting out with my favorite segment.
Whoa. This week in cheese.
Did you know that historians think that April Fool's Day dates back all the way to 1582?
Holy cow.
According to History.com, back in 1582, France switched from the Julian calendar to the Gregorian calendar.
Oh.
But the Gregorian calendar was different.
Really?
The Julian calendar and the Hindu calendar all began with the spring equinox around April 1st.
Oh, wow.
But people continued to celebrate during the last week of March through April 1st because they either didn't get the news or they just didn't recognize that January 1st was the new year.
Oh.
And the people that continued to celebrate became the butt of jokes and hoaxes and were called April Fools. I'm pretty sure that by now most people know that April 1st is not the beginning of the year.
Right.
But the pulling of pranks and hoaxes has continued. And why should 2023 be any different?
Right.
According to prnewswire.com. According to this article, the fabled Wedgewater Spa is set to open.
Ooh.
In this article, they show a list of the treatments.
Ooh.
There's a fondue facial,
Whoa.
a salt brine bliss colonic,
Ew.
milk baths,
Oh.
rind scrubs,
Huh?
and a Limburger moisturizing mist. There's even a quote from the article from Daryl Bechamel. It says, "There's definite irony in the fact that a 5-year aged cheddar face mask can help you look 5 years younger."
Whoa.
If there was any confusion that this may or may not be a prank,
Yeah.
at the end of the article they say when booking an appointment at Wedgewater Spa, please have a wonderful April Fools.
Aw.
It appears that Twitter has no shortage of April Fool's pranks today.
Of course.
At Courtyard Dairy on Twitter has a cheese-flavored tea.
Ew.
They claimed that at 9 a.m. this morning, the cheesy tea was going to be launched.
Wow.
There's even a video that supports it.
Holy cow.
Also on Twitter, Babybel UK got into the action.
Really?
Their tweet says, "Get out of sphere. It's wheelie happening.
Oh, boy.
We think it's time to cater to a more serious audience, so we're launching a new square-shaped Babybel."
That's silly.
It really is cheesy. Babybel is not a sponsor,
Nope.
but if they were, their ad would go right here. Have you ever wanted to listen to the web?
Yeah.
Well, Newsly makes that possible.
They do?
They're an all-in-one audio super app for iOS and Android.
Super app.
You can listen to trending articles on the web on topics that you choose and get them read to you in a natural human voice.
What kind of topics?
Sports,
Cheese?
tech, business, science.
Cheese?
I'm sure there's even cheese.
Yay.
They even have an entire section for podcasts.
Are we there?
Of course we are.
Ooh.
It's one of my new favorite podcast apps. They even have digital radio.
Holy cow.
Just go to www.newsly.me to download it free.
Whoa.
Or use the link in the description. If you use the promo code CHEESY,
Cheesy.
that'll get you 1 month free premium subscription.
Yay. Newsly.
Now, back to the podcast. The online grocer Ocado got in the act. On Twitter, they have a cheese and kimchi smelt,
Okay.
otherwise known as their first edible candle,
Ooh.
that tastes as good as it smells.
Oh, that's so fun.
According to Tablespoon.com, there's an April Fool's grilled cheese lunch.
Ooh.
I saw this in several places and it looks pretty good.
Yeah.
They suggest taking some pound cake,
Ooh.
slice it thin,
Yeah.
grill it.
Okay.
For the cheese portion, you're going to use some of their cream cheese frosting, and they
Ooh.
suggest red and yellow coloring.
Ooh.
Put the two sides together, and it looks just like a grilled cheese sandwich.
Yum.
Probably a really good dessert.
Yeah.
And I thought as a bonus this week, we'd talk a little bit, and we haven't done this in a while, our segment, Not Cheese.
Not cheese.
This one is cheese adjacent.
Okay.
On Twitter, Chuck E. Cheese, has suggested that people get married at Chuck E. Cheese.
Okay.
The link on Twitter takes you to a page on Chuck E. Cheese's site where a mouse can make you a spouse.
Ooh.
They talk about the Supreme Ceremony, where you can choose a package.
Sure.
A reception that's all fun and games.
Yeah.
You have Jasper T. Jowls serenade you during your ceremony.
Ooh.
And as a bonus package, you get to have limited edition Chuck E. Cheese collector cups.
Holy cow.
According to @McDonald's UK, which is the Twitter handle for McDonald's in the UK, they've unveiled what they call the Big McNugget Boot.
Oh, boy.
And they're calling it the most flavorsome shoe of 2023.
Oh, boy.
But the best is the comment below that said, I'd call them chicken uggets. Seems like the UK has taken April Fool's Day to a new level.
Yeah, they are.
According to @Papa John's UK, they're launching their new pizza protein drink called Drool.
Ew. Yuck.
They say the drink is available today. It's packed with protein, comes in 3 of their much-loved flavors.
Oh, boy.
Cheese and tomato,
Ew.
all the meats, and the vegan works.
Oh.
And another article that I found on news18.com. I'm not 100% sure that this is an April Fool's joke.
Uh-oh.
According to this article, there was a research team that conducted an in-depth analysis of human feces from the Bronze Age.
Ew.
And this physical specimen is preserved in Hallstatt, Austria, in a museum.
Okay.
And it's pictured in the article.
Oh, yeah, it is.
This sample is pictured with a placard underneath that says human feces, a very rare find, a complete human stool.
Ew.
And it goes on to talk about some of the things that they found in it. It says here the results of the study revealed a highly fibrous, carbohydrate-rich diet.
Okay.
They found some cereals and plant fragments.
Okay.
And they said that the miners, which these were miners, they said the diet was supplemented with proteins from broad beans, and they occasionally consumed fruit, nuts, or animal food products.
Okay.
But they also studied the fungi that was present in the paleo feces. Yeah, that's right. They found a high abundance of Penicillium roqueforti and Saccharomyces cerevisiae. Oh my gosh, I don't know.
Stop.
In one of the samples. And this
I
fungi
got your fungi.
indicates that both were involved in food fermentation, the first molecular evidence for blue cheese and beer consumption in the Iron Age.
Wow.
Sometimes when my day job gets me down, I just remember I am not studying ancient poop.
Right on. I am ready for a joke, Fondue.
Okay, here we go. What do you call a cheesy April Fool's Day prank?
I don't know.
A wheelie good joke. Get it?
Oh.
A wheelie
no,
good joke?
Not really.
Oh, I'm not going to explain it.
Why?
Because it was a little bit cheesy. Thanks for listening to Just Cheesy the Podcast.
Thank you.
Episode 72, April Fools.
Yeah.
Please make sure to subscribe,
Please.
rate us,
Yeah.
and leave a comment wherever possible.
Stay cheesy, everybody.